I bet you didn't know the cage-free egg scam. Are you being played? What's something people don't know about eggs? You roll up to the grocery store trying to do right. Buy the good eggs. The ones that say cage-free or free range because, you don't want to support no chicken cruelty. You pictured these little happy hens strutting around, living their best life in a green field, maybe even kicking it with a farmer who plays them jazz music. Yeah, but nah. Let me put you on real quick. Cage-free and free range? Straight up marketing scams. These companies got you paying extra for eggs that ain't even close to what you think they are. So before you drop another dime on these so-called ethical eggs, let's crack this lie wide open. You need to hear this if you're a conscious consumer. Cage-free, more like cage maze. Alright, let's start with cage-free. Sounds dope, right? Like, oh wow, these chickens are free. They out here living life, clucking around, enjoying the breeze. Nope. Cage-free just means they're not locked in tiny little metal cages. Instead, they packed like 10,000 deep in some big nasty warehouse with no windows, barely any room to move, stepping over each other, fighting for food, and probably wondering where it all went wrong. They're free the same way you free when you in a packed club and can't move. Yeah, you're not in a cage, but you ain't exactly vibing either. You need to hear this if you're a conscious consumer. So now you're like, okay, cool, I'll just get free-range eggs instead. Come on now, you really think the food industry gonna make it that easy? Let me introduce you to technicalities. See, free-range just means the chickens have access to the outdoors. That don't mean they actually go outside. These farms be out here finessing, putting a tiny little side door on the warehouse, like one little exit. So technically the chickens could step outside. But guess what? Most don't. They don't even know there's an outside. They so packed in, stressed out, and fighting for space, they never even find the door. You ever been to a party so packed you couldn't even find the exit? That's these chickens. Whole free-range label is just corporate hoop jumping so they can slap a fancy name on the same old mess and charge you extra for it. I don't think people understand the real difference between cage-free and pasture-raised. Now, if you really want to get eggs from chickens that ain't living in a stress factory, you gotta look for pasture-raised. This is the only label that actually means the chickens are out here living the dream, pecking in the dirt, flapping their wings, seeing the actual sun. To be considered pasture-raised, each chicken gets at least 108 square feet of space outside. That's like the difference between living in a crowded dorm room versus having a whole backyard to yourself. But of course, these eggs cost more. Why? Because taking care of animals properly ain't cheap. Meanwhile, Big Egg trying to make you think cage-free and free-range are good enough, when really they just a slightly upgraded version of a chicken nightmare. I bet you didn't know what really happens in the egg industry. First up, the male chicks. Yeah, I said it. See, only female chickens lay eggs. The males, they're useless to the industry. So guess what happens to them? They get ground up alive or suffocated in trash bags. I wish I was joking, but I'm not. That's been standard practice for years. Then there's the feed. If you buy regular, non-organic eggs, them hens been eating a steady diet of cheap GMO corn and soy pumped full of pesticides. And let's not forget the antibiotics. Cause when you got thousands of birds packed together, disease spreads quick. And Big Egg ain't about to lose money over no sick chickens. Nah, they just pump them full of meds and keep it pushing. I don't think people understand what organic really means, so now you thinking, cool, I'll just go with organic eggs. Well, pump the brakes. Organic eggs just mean the chickens ate organic feed. No GMOs, no pesticides, and no antibiotics. That's great for what's inside the egg, but it don't mean these birds lived any better. An organic cage-free hen is still packed in a warehouse, living that sardine life, just on a slightly better diet. It's like putting someone in a luxury jail cell. You still locked up, just with nicer food. I don't think people understand the real ranking of eggs, from absolute trash to the real deal. Trash tier cheap grocery store eggs, factory farmed, antibiotic packed, stress laid nonsense, mid-tier cage free, better than cages but still bad, misleading tier free range, they technically have access to outside but they ain't using it. Best store-bought pasture raised, the only real free birds, goat status, local farm eggs. If you can get your eggs fresh from a local farm or farmer's market, that's top-tier real-deal luxury eggs right there. Am I the only one that didn't know about this? These food companies out here running game on you, making you think you're doing better when really, they just finessing extra money out of your pocket. If you really want to eat good eggs, skip the marketing fluff. Go pasture-raised or find a local farm. Oh, and if you just found out you've been getting played this whole time, welcome to the club, my friend. Now, go tell somebody else. Subscribe, and let's keep exposing this food industry BS. Alright, before you bounce, let's hit a quick recap. Here's what you need to remember. Number 1, cage-free ain't what it sounds like. It's just a fancier cage. Number 2, free range, more like free to roam a tiny space. Don't get it twisted. Number 3, pasture-raised is where it's at. These hens actually see the light of day. Number 4, organic is better, but it's not the golden ticket. You still gotta check those labels. And lastly, always do your homework. Don't let these companies play you. Your health and your wallet will thank you. Alright, that's a wrap. Subscribe, and share this video to keep everyone woke about their yolks. Catch you next time.